a retreat of like-minded leaders who belong to that party in Mombasa this past weekend. We now want to delve into Mount Kenya politics, and the DCP story was one perfect entry point, because on the front page of the Daily Nation, we're seeing that the Gachagua party, that's the DCP, is now pursuing a coalition pact with Uhuru Kenyatta. One of those people who attended that retreat is none other than the Embakasi North MP, James Gakuya. Bwana Gakuya, what exactly were you doing in Mombasa? Did it have anything to do with the recent visits by President William Ruto to Mount Kenya region? Within a week, he was in Nyeri twice.
Thank you, Demboli. On the matter, the DCP retreat in Coast, this is like any other party which chooses to strategize on a working plan for a particular year, and we are in the beginning of 2026, noting that we are now not saying the election is so far, because elections are next year. And therefore, every party mechanism should be put in place to put a methodology on how to progress going forward, and how to strategize the party, to strengthen the party, and how to prepare for nominations. It is the major task within political parties as we forge to move to an election. And therefore, the meeting was merely to agree on various issues, whether the party will field a candidate for presidential candidate, which we did agree is a position that the party should consider. Number two is that other matter of launching the party, which also the team also agreed that is an item that the party should consider. And also how to deal with our nominations, noting that there was a clamor of what we call direct nominations, and many people are fearing that the party will dish out those certificates to preferred candidates. And we wanted to clear that particular fear to candidates that are willing to contest with the DCP party. So that was majorly what made us to be there. And also we wanted also to check on how we did how we performed within our last concluded by-elections. It was also a case study.
Yes.
And we need also...
But Bwana Gakuya, we're also aware that in recent weeks, quite a number of people who are allied to the DCP party have jumped ship and gone back to UDA. Now they support William Ruto. Now the president appears even much more emboldened after his win in Mbeere North. He has been in Nyeri twice within 1 week, speaking about him coming back for the votes that he may have lost in Mount Kenya. He spoke about his former deputy president. Are you saying that this meeting was not prompted by all these happenings? Wasn't there any attempt, or was this meeting not meant to quell fires that have been lit, especially at the beginning of this year?
As much as matters to do with the president visit to the region twice, I don't think, even though he visited 20 times, is an issue to us, because the president is head of this is head of state, and he's free to make any strident visit to a particular corner of the kind anytime he wants. He can take as many baggages as much as possible, and we don't scare. One thing I would wish president to be moving to Mount Kenya as many times as possible, because they reap from those visits. Okay. And there's nothing wrong. People given maybe the envelopes of 5,000 or 10,000. There are parents that were unable to take their children back to school, and with 10,000, you can pay a whole term of a day school. So I don't think it's anything wrong. And let me tell you, Idimoli, it is not anything to make us fear about that. Yes, there was an inroad for him in terms of his capturing of Mbeere seat. But Mbeere seat was stolen does not mean that actually the president got it on the right way. As we show the kind of violence which was created, and in fact intruding of a cabinet minister to storm with, on a center, and things that actually was made to make the inroads of the victory. And therefore, we cannot, because of that small weakness of losing Mbeere, confirm that the head of state is now in full gear and in full support in Mount Kenya.
What about the apparent exodus of quite a number of elected leaders who previously supported DCP and the party leader? George Koimburi, Juja, the latest, and is very vocal on media now. The Githunguri MP, Gathoni wa Mushomba, was very vocal on social media, criticizing a former party leader quite strongly.
In fact, Idimuli, what we must all understand is that we are moving to an election year. And it is important for any single political individual to make a determination at this stage. In fact, by the end of this year, you will find a Mbeere crossing from UDA to the DCP. It all depends on how you feel your ground is. And I can tell you for sure, it is individual's decision. You are not moving or crossing or decamping with the people. You are decamping as an individual MP. I could say, Gathoni Mushomba has crossed with the whole Githunguri if he called for a particular Githunguri public rally and decided to quit from the DCP, then decamp and get an approval of that magnitude of Githunguri population. It never happened. It's just an individual who is decamping. The same fellow, Juja, member of parliament, he has closed alone. And in fact, let me tell you, he has not moved the Juja people. The Juja population is still there intact. And let me tell you, it is our own prerogative to decide whether to cross, to get benefits from the government, to get resources, if you are not resourced, from the government. But the determination is, does that mean Juja will be taken by Koimburi with UDA come 2027? The answer is no, and big no. And let me tell you, there is no single vacuum in a political position. As Koimburi quits to UDA, we have very strong members who has shown interest in Juja, who will take the mantle, waiting for the election in 2027. So it does not mean that Koimburi is one of those people who are trying to push the party not to fill any other candidate there. And it cannot work. You cannot build what we call party democracy. And you must allow people to make the party grow and also exercise what we call internal democracy of the party. So you cannot say, because I am Gakuya here and I am elected and I have suffered a lot, that I must lock Embakasi North for any other candidate to compete with me. We must allow this democracy to thrill. And this, therefore, I don't care for any single member who have decamped because they are just camped alone.
Right. Yet it's definitely a concern for any political party to witness such an exodus or an apparent exodus, because even the deputy party leader had to come and clarify that he was taken ill and he had not decamped. That perception alone could have prompted this meeting in Mombasa to try and quell some fires. Do you agree that, yes, President William Ruto has reignited the debate about